Tension is thick in the air. I can feel it.
Hey, Queen Ebony. My white friend think it's cool to say the N-word. I'm not trying to go to jail or anything, but I really want to choke this dude. Can you dedicate this column to her?
I see it. Confusions, misunderstandings, all leading to hostility, anger, and hate.
Dear Queen Ebony, why do you think it is that African Americans can't be themselves around white people?
Some refuse to address it, others just rather stew in their own ignorance and rage.
Dear Queen Ebony, why do black people walk around with a chip on their shoulder? Slavery ended a long time ago. Isn't it time we let that go?
I hear your inner voices, my children. Why aren't we talking? Are we afraid? Are we lazy? Why is it so hard to further race relations?
Dear Queen Ebony, how come you all make such a big deal about February and Black history? What about the contributions us Europeans have made?
Dear Queen Ebony, my dad wants me to stop eating chicken and watermelon in front of white people, but I love chicken and watermelon.
That's what I'm here for, to tear down those barriers to help keep us divided.
Dear Queen Ebony, why is hair so important to black people?
Queen Ebony, do I have to use slang and listen to rap music to be considered black?
What up, Queen Ebony? Why do old folks always look at me like I'm the scum of the earth, like I'm the village idiot no one marched for?
Hey, Queen Ebony, why do a large group of black people consider it a gang?
Dear Queen Ebony, how come nobody talks about my safety in black neighborhoods?
Dear Queen Ebony, why can't white people have braids?
Dear Queen Ebony, why do people get mad when athletes kneel at the national anthem?
Dear Queen Ebony, why am I considered a sellout just because I live in the suburbs?
Dear Queen Ebony, how do I tell my parents I'm
Dear
dating a
Queen
black
Ebony,
guy?
why did
Dear
they say
Queen Ebony,
that?
how can I sit at my black friend's table at lunch? Dear Queen Ebony, why do you think that black and white people can't be friends at the workplace? Dear Queen Ebony, why do you think it is that I can't be friends with my black workers and hang out after work? Dear Queen Ebony, 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 dear Queen Ebony.
Dear Queen Ebony, is it wrong that I often fantasize about being white?
What up, it's yours truly, Miss Queen Ebony. Welcome to Black Y'all. You want to know about black people? I got you. You want to know why white people are so crazy? I got you. Bring me your questions and I'll give you direction. I'll provide suggestions and never give you direction, but never rejection. And oh, by the way, can we please make this our black national anthem? This song is too damn good not to be. Look, no offense, white people. All right, y'all, let's get to the show. Put your fist in the air.
From your local B.I.B news station, this is your 7 o'clock morning news. I'm Rebecca Ross. Just 3 weeks ago, the Dublin Beacon Journal was set to close due to low sales. However, a single column not only saved the newspaper from extinction, it also became an overnight success. The column is titled, I'm Black Y'all. A writer that goes by the surname Queen Ebony answers questions of African American culture, race relations, discrimination, and individuality. The column has become so popular that Queen Ebony now hosts her own podcast under the same title, I'm Black Y'all. The podcast airs today and can be heard Monday through Friday mornings at 8 a.m. on wavelength.com.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of I'm Black Y'all. Look, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name and what can I do for you, love?
Chill out. Good morning, Queen Ebony. My name is Jarrell, and I got a problem with a white friend of mine.
All right, what you got?
All right, I'm her only black friend, and she's dating a black dude at school.
All right, y'all go to the same school?
Yeah,
What school do you go to?
Arizona State.
Oh, yeah, they some racist motherfuckers there. Why the hell would you go there?
Hold on, what's that supposed to mean?
Who the hell is this?
It's my friend Amy.
Oh, snap, you got the girl on the phone with you?
Yeah, I wanted her to hear this.
You think Arizona State is a racist school?
Don't y'all have blackface parties?
That was a long time ago.
Uh-huh. Go on what you were saying, Jarrell.
All right, check me out. So this will only know 2 black people, so she thinks that gives her some sort of right to say nigga. Call me her nigga.
What?
I'm trying to keep from cutting this fool.
I'm surprised you haven't. What you mean, my switchblade?
Hell yeah.
Wait a minute, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong? Amy, you are a stupid motherfucker, ain't you?
The Constitution assures the right to freedom of speech. You want me to give up my right to say what I want to say?
No, what I'm asking you is why is that a word that you want to say?
I just want to express the gladness of our friendship like he does.
First of all, who the fuck says, because of the gladness of our friendship? Like, where do you get shit like that from? Second of all, like he does, Jarrell, please tell me you don't use the N-word around her.
Yeah, but that don't mean she should.
No, but you gotta understand, people want what they can't have. When you continuously flaunting it around her, ain't doing nothing but making it worse. Look, you ain't a nigga, she ain't a nigga, and ain't no niggas around, got it?
Hold on, that's not true.
And you know what your problem is, Miss Amy? You don't know how to have a black friend.
What are you talking about? I'm a very good friend.
No you ain't, because if you were, you would know the proper protocols and procedures to having a black friend.
Wait a minute, there's rules I gotta follow?
Yeah, and here on the show, we got a segment for you like to hear. Here it go. And now, a production of Black Awareness Incorporated.
What up? If you're watching this video, congratulations. You have one black friend. And guess what? You're fucking racist. I'm Dono Johnson, and welcome to BFF, Black Friend Forever. I know what you're thinking. Darnell, what are you talking about? I'm not a racist. Shut up, bitch. Yes, you are. You wouldn't even be watching this training video if your black friend didn't think you were a fucking racist. When was the last time you saw anybody watching a training video for anything? Nobody has a VCR anymore except your old ass uncles and aunts and your grandparents. But guess what? This film can only be seen on videotape. We did that as a test to see how badly your black friend thought of you as a racist. They went out of their way to get you this device that don't nobody use anymore and usher you to someone with a VCR just to get you to stop being a racist. I think that deserves some gratitude. The next time you see your black friend, give him a hug. Take them out to dinner. Lend them your car. Let them sleep with your sexy ass wife. David. Real talk though, this video will give you the do's and most importantly, the don'ts to consider when you're around your black friend. According to our research, a lot of white people just don't know the politics to uphold when meeting someone of a different color or ethnic background. This instructional video will without a doubt teach you how to behave around your black friend. That being said, let's start this bitch.
Chapter 1, the 10 Commandments.
We'll go over the commandments via countdown style. Get an idea of what's the most offensive to your black friend.
Commandment number 10, reverse racism my ass.
Hey, have you seen the trailer for the new Batman movie?
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how excited I am for that.
Why is Batman black?
What's wrong with that?
Well, in the original comics, he's white. Man, that's just disrespectful to the source material.
I think you're taking this too seriously. He's a fictional character.
I know you're not going to agree with me on this, but it's reverse racism. They just cast a black guy to make a point.
You know, I agree with you, 100%. You're right. I mean, it's not like white guys can go out and be the black guy in rows without even trying. No, it's not like there's this idea that white people can relate to everybody, but black people can only relate to black people. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. That is exactly what it is. So I guess you need to sit your nerdy ass down and shut the fuck up. What, it's racist to try to relate to people different than you? If that's the case, then we as black people have been racist since we were brought to this country. Don't try and pull the race card when things don't go your way. That's our thing. You think you've earned this platinum card that never expires? When you find out that your ancestors were enslaved over 400 years ago, then we'll talk.
Commandment number 9, you an ass.
Oh, don't look at me with that disgusted face. You know what they say about folks who make assumptions, don't you? When you assume, you make an ass of you. Well, if that's the case, then a good chunk of your race is made up of a bunch of asses. And not the sexy kind.
This can't be your natural hair. Where did you get this weave at?
Hey, yo, dude, we're gonna get some weed.
What do you mean you don't listen to hip-hop? You're black!
So I was gonna have us all over for a pool party and we were gonna... Oh, dude, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, before we go in the restaurant, you sure you have your wallet? Come on, let me see it.
You're saying you don't like watermelon?
Do you smell that? Does that smell like... Yep, it sure does. It smells like, sure enough, uncompromised, fresh from the bowels of the earth, straight up ass! Don't walk around assuming all of us are the same. We come in different sizes, shapes, and shades. And if you think this shit is made up or over-exaggerated, these are things that those of us here at Black Awareness Incorporated have heard from a bunch of assholes.
Commandment number 8. There's regular, then there's Negro regular.
Admit it. There have been times when you saw a black person doing something and unconsciously thought to yourself, oh my God, they do that really, really well. For a black person.
What makes him not only a great artist, but an important one is the fact that he knows what's going on. He keeps us updated with culture issues and natural disasters, and because of that, he relates to our feelings and feeds into our emotions. Through an outstanding voice and unbelievable music, you have songs that will forever be timeless.
Wow, dude. You speak so well.
Thank you. You're surprised by that?
No. What I meant to say was that you speak so well.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
Ave Maria.
Wow, that was amazing.
Thanks. I have an audition in a few hours.
You know, you sound really proper for a black person.
What?
Well, I just mean when black people sing, they have so much soul in their voices that it comes off loud and obnoxious, but your voice is so controlled and dignified.
Bitch, just because ain't nobody calling on you to sing a solo don't mean you have to come at us. Get your tone-deaf self out of here.
Commandment number 7. I'm not a racist, but...
Understand something. When you lie, you're trying to convince me that what you're saying is true, even though it isn't. For example, I inferred earlier that my ancestors were slaves over 400 years ago. That is not true. They were enslaved over 300 years ago. They got to the boat late. I read all about it. I'm not proud of it. But I convinced you to believe something that wasn't true. That's why we lie. So when you say you're not a racist, and then you say something that's incredibly damn racist, I know you're a liar. You're a fucking racist.
Look at Todd over there. He is so cute.
I mean, kinda. I'm not a racist, but I could never date a black guy.
Let's rewind and listen to that bullshit again, shall we?
I mean, kinda. I'm not a racist, but I...
Right there! Right there! Anytime you use the phrase, I'm not a racist, but... That's a dead giveaway that the next thing to come out of your mouth is racist. That's like saying no homo after doing some gay shit. But... let's say you don't say anything racial. Let's say you want to say something basic like compliment your friend's shoes.
Oh my God, those shoes are so cute. Thanks, I got them on sale at the mall.
Innocent, right? That was fine, sweet, and simple. Now let's throw that phrase back in there.
Oh my God, I'm not a racist, but those shoes are so cute.
Heifer, what did you just say?
Pause! You see how hostile shit just got? You know why? Because by using that phrase, you're already setting the tone for saying something racist. Stop it.
Commandment number 6. We don't know each other and we don't look alike.
We put these two together because you approach both issues the same. First, just because I'm black doesn't mean I know every other black person on the planet. I'm trying to get rid of some of the black friends I have right now. Sorry, Curtis. Just because we share skin color doesn't mean we share contacts.
Hey, I had this buddy in college named Tyrone Williams. Do you happen to know him?
No, I don't think so. What does he look like?
Oh, well, he's tall and he has short hair. He's black.
Secondly, we don't look like every other black person you've ever seen before. I already said earlier, we come in different sizes, shapes, and shades. How fucking blind do you have to be to let something like skin color get in the way of what I really look like? You see me every day.
Hey, so I was watching this movie the other day, and I totally confused this person for you.
This is precious.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know that now, but at the moment I was like, oh my God, is that Fatima?
Anytime you hear a brother or sister say, uh-huh, that means it's taking everything inside of them to keep from beating the white supremacy out of your racist ass. Know my face.
Commandment number 5. Keep your remorse.
I understand I'm being harsh on you. For all I know, you're probably a decent human being. Maybe you're trying to tear down the walls of hatred and discrimination between our races. You know how I know that? because oftentimes you say things like this.
Dude, listen, I am so sorry for everything my race has done to yours. I mean, the laws, white privilege, the Klan. My God, man, I am just so sorry.
So, I just found out that my great-great-great-grandfather owned a field of slaves in Kentucky. I feel horrible to think that something like this could happen. It's shocking.
No, it isn't. Your Colonel Sanders' granddaddy lived in another time period. Look, bad things happen in the past. Bad things happen today. You want to do something about it? Lead a march. Protest against the modern injustices in our society. But don't lean in and apologize to me for it. It makes me think you think I have a damn chip on my shoulder. I don't even know you. I don't know anything about you except for the fact that you had your great-great-great-granddaddy's KFC for lunch, because I can clearly smell it on your breath. Sidebar. What white person do you know can make chicken that good? Sanders couldn't do that. Slaves picked that chicken. Ha! Remember that.
Commandment number 4, accept the truth.
If you're a racist motherfucker, then you may often try and sweep reality under the rug. Let me explain something to you real quick, okay? Racism still exists. I'm gonna go over that again. Racism still exists. Just because we had a black president and Dr. King had a dream doesn't mean that racism ever left. If you think otherwise, you should never pass the fetus stage.
Oh my God.
What?
It looks like another black person's been shot. I can't take my black people being killed anymore.
Now, calm down. It wasn't racism.
What? This is the 5th recent story about a child, a black person and a child at that, who's been shot unjustly by a white police officer.
Yeah, but what were those people doing? I mean, we don't know the whole story.
What the hell has to happen for 5 different incidences where people are shot dead? One of them 4 times.
Yes, it's messed up and it's tragic, but racism doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, so racism is extinct, huh? You must be the archaeologist equivalent to racism. Did you pick some ancient racist fossils? Then I must still be living in the dinosaur age. Until you've lived life as a minority, you can't say shit to us about racism.
Commandment number 3, don't disregard blacks out just because we have them.
Black History Month is fucked up.
What?
Seriously, white people have made tons of contributions to the world. How come we don't get a month?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. It could be because you get every other fucking day of the year! If I were to ask you a question relating to white history, you'd be able to answer that in a heartbeat. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
What year did Christopher Columbus discover America?
1492.
Who created the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Charles Darwin discovered what?
Evolution.
And now, when was the March on Washington?
1950?
Who invented the fire extinguisher?
Wait, that was a black guy?
What were the laws that enforced segregation in southern states in the 1940s?
Hell, I don't know.
Which African countries partook in the slave trade?
Wait, Africa's not a country?
Thank you. Shut your ass up. Understand something, we've always been undermined and deprived of our humanity. So now we have our own months, networks, and award shows to celebrate who we are and force the world to acknowledge us. The world don't need to be reminded of your ass. You're everywhere. All you gotta do is look around. I see 10 of you already. You don't need the White Lives Matter movement. You don't need white entertainment television. And you sure as fuck don't need no damn White History Month. Sidebar. Be careful saying that shit in February. During Black History Month, we get to do whatever we want with no repercussions. If we want to smack the piss out of your ass, then we'll do it and we won't get in trouble for it. Protect your ass.
Commandment number 2, petting zoo.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell makes you think you can go up to a black person and start feeling on their hair and their skin? Nobody wants that! Do you know how awkward it is for black people when you do this?
Your hair's just so wild and crazy.
Not that wild, it's just my natural hair.
I've gotta touch it.
What?
I've gotta feel your hair.
Ah! No, the fuck fuck you don't? Is there really a magnetic pull between your hand and their head? Look here, black women don't want water touching their hair, okay? Water! Do you know how much a person uses water on a regular basis? Water is one of the main things we as human beings need to stay alive. We cook with it, we bathe in it, we drink it. Our bodies are made up of 60% water, and black women don't want none of it in their hair. If they don't want a simple element like water in their hair, what the fuck makes you think they won't cut your hand off if you try and touch it?
And commandment number 1, don't ever, forever never, whatsoever never, say the word.
Don't even fuck with me because you know what word I'm talking about. I don't care if you're in a large crowd of people or if you're all alone pleasuring yourself. Don't you dare say the N-word. If you think, after years of using it against us in the most hateful way, that you're gonna start using it again, you are more ignorant and racist than anyone thought possible. Don't use any variations of it. I don't care who you're dating, who you're married to, or how many black people you know. Don't you dare use it when quoting a song, a movie, or whatever. I don't even care if somebody black said it's okay, just don't do it! It's such a serious thing, our actors had a hard time shooting that sketch.
What's wrong, Chunk? You nervous?
It's okay. Say it.
You know you want to.
It's all right. I want to hear you say it. Can we cut?
Well, thank you for joining us. And if you're brave enough to continue, then please go over to chapter 2 as we go over what not to call black people today.
So, you people is out. Is Negro still on the table?
What about colored?
Okay, that's it.
Got the camera.
I'll set your mind, black friend, forever.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
Oh, good morning, Jerry.
How's it going, Seth?
Oh, I'm peachy.
Glad to hear it. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, and I'm black, and I'm black, y'all.
Are you though? I feel like that song doesn't really apply to you.
Mighty girl, I love your podcast this morning.
Thanks, Jerry.
Where'd you get that song from?
A movie from the 90s, before Chris Rock made it.
I loved your Black Friend Forever segment. I haven't heard a comedy sketch that funny and exaggerated in a long time.
Thanks, I wrote it from experience.
How long have you been writing comedy?
No, I mean, this is
I love that whole bit about, I'm not a racist, but those shoes are cute. How about what you say?
Hey, Jerry! Do you think I could talk to Imani for a second?
Oh, but we were just talking about our podcast.
You know, I know, but you need to finish that Glover Company article by 11.
Damn it, you're right. All right, I'll see you later, money girl. Peace.
I'll see you later, Imani girl.
I don't know. Thank you for bailing me out.
Of course. Are you alright?
Yeah, just tired, so.
I got you something for your first podcast today. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. That is so thoughtful of you.
It was fantastic. You were great.
Emily, did Jerry say that she was going to finish her article on the Glover Company?
Yeah, Seth gave that to her last Wednesday. I just found out.
I asked him for that assignment last Wednesday.
And Thursday. And Friday.
He didn't even tell me he was going to give it to someone else.
When was the last time he gave you a story?
The only story I gotten from him was 2 weeks ago, and that was on the youth center on the east side of town being demolished. I'm afraid he's going to give me all the race stories.
What, all the stories about black people and black issues?
Yeah. Oh, Imani, you're black and you write a column about race. You can get all the race stories. That's what you can do.
He said he wanted you to focus on the column, right?
Yeah, but he said he'll still give me stories to cover. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love writing a column and addressing issues here, but I'm a journalist. I want to get out of the office and interview people. I want to drive all over Dublin and talk to everyone who lives here.
You're being pigeonholed.
Exactly.
Well, have you talked to Seth?
Seth doesn't seem interested in talking to me.
Why not?
That's a Seth question. Every time I try to talk to him, he says, I don't have time right now, and storms away.
Wait, you're saving this paper and he doesn't want to talk to you? I'm talking to him.
No, I don't.
Somebody has to. He's been here for 3 weeks and he thinks he can bully everyone. He didn't even want to publish I'm Black, y'all. And if you hadn't signed the contract with Brian, it wouldn't even be in print.
Brian was such an awesome boss.
Ugh, and he was replaced with this asshole. speak of Beelzebub's bitch.
Emily, don't say anything. He'll fire us.
You're saving this paper and we're understaffed. He's not about to fire anybody.
Imani!
Seth, Imani has been asking you for a story for weeks.
Emily, it's okay.
No, it's not. She's still a reporter here, Seth. Let her fucking report.
Swear to God, Emily.
All she wants is to be able to pursue her craft. Why take that away from her? If you're gonna run this paper now, you have got to learn how to treat the staff. Hear her out and give her what she wants.
Imani, I have a story for you.
Oh, is that so? You hear that, Emily? Seth came to give me a story.
Oh. Oops.
Come see me about it when you two are done wiping that fucking egg off your faces.
Thanks, Emily.
How was I supposed to know? I was trying to help you out. What's it about?
Oh no.
What?
God have mercy.
What is it?
Another young black boy's been shot dead.
A local high school student, Benjamin Black, was shot last night. The 17-year-old was making his way home when he was confronted by his neighbor, Don Clark. According to his attorney, J.C. Carpenter, who spoke to our cameras this morning.
Mr. Clark was sitting at his porch minding his own business when Black walked into his yard and spit in his grass. Who disrespects someone else's home like that?
According to Carpenter, Black began raising his voice and walking towards Clark. Feeling threatened as Black made his way onto the porch, Clark shot him. Black was found dead with one bullet in his chest and another in his head. His mother spoke to our reporters this morning.
Benjamin told me about this man. He told me that he'll always yell racist things at him. Awful things. I told him not to bother him, to leave that man alone. And now he's gone. My baby, he's gone.
With the controversy that quickly surrounded this case, what kind of verdict do you think the jury will reach?
If they have any good sense, they'll find Mr. Clark innocent.
That's quite a bold statement. Why do you say that?
All you have to do is look at the facts. Black was armed. He had gotten into a dispute with Mr. Clark while he was sitting at his own home. Who fights with someone sitting at their own home? He got angry and he reached for the gun.
With all due respect, there are people who say that Mr. Clark enticed Benjamin Black by shouting racial slurs at him, and they say that wasn't the first time that happened.
Which is why we believe that he had the intention to go and shoot him. He had reason, and he only recently acquired the gun.
The gun wasn't loaded.
Mr. Clark didn't know that. All he knew is Black reached for something, and, well, let's not overlook the fact that the gun was acquired illegally.
That fact alone has caused the most controversy in this case. How does Mr. Clark know Benjamin was reaching for his gun? He could have been reaching for anything. For all we know, Clark acted on a whim.
Look, if you want to argue the ethics of racial tension, then that's a different situation. The law doesn't cover that. What the law does say is that one can act to feel threatened, and Mr. Clark had plenty of reason to feel threatened. Black was trespassing with an illegally acquired gun. Who's the real criminal here?
Thank you for your time, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Yes.
We're listening to your voice. You sound really familiar.
Do I?
Are you Queen Ebony?
No, that's not me.
But you know who we're talking about, right?
I'm familiar with her, yeah.
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
That's all right. Have a good day.
You too.
Man, she talks so white. Did you hear her? Do I? I'm familiar with her.
Man, I told you that wasn't her.
Yo, but Queen Ebony was going in this morning, though.
Oh, she put that white dude in his place.
Y'all some racist motherfuckers.
Hey, get you some protocol, boo.
And get them today.
Oh, where that video at?
Where's my lunch?
eating chicken and watermelon in front of white people. But I love chicken and watermelon. I'm supposed to stop eating my favorite foods due to a stereotype? I'm supposed to have fear of judgment from people I don't even know? That doesn't seem right. Morgan.
I could use that advice earlier. Jesus, please give me the wisdom and guidance as I write this. Use me, help me be a blessing to others, and let your will be done through me. Amen. All right, Ebony, help me out here.
Hey, Morgan. Don't be upset at your daddy, kid. First of all, he's older than you. He's got more years of experience than you do, and he knows what he's talking about. Second of all, he's just trying to protect you. Since we as black folks are a minority, it often feels like we're living under a microscope. That gets dreary sometimes. Folks look at us like we're on display in a zoo or something. They got their perception of us, and they're looking to see if they got it right. Do they listen to rap? Do they eat chicken? It gets hard feeling like that sometimes. Feeling like you're under a spotlight.
I feel like maybe I would do better in an independent study without other students.
Good morning, students. How are you all today?
Fine.
Okay. Why don't we start this glorious class session by you all telling me what artistic activities you engaged in over the weekend?
I painted my nails.
I got a tattoo. Ooh. Does that count?
I expressed my oppression by going to a bonfire where I burned some soul-destroying books.
Oh, what joy! I am certainly teaching students who are going to have future careers at the local department store.
Professor Coppola, how long are you going to be having us draw these fruits and trees and stick figures? Can we get a break? I had to clean the paint out from underneath my nails for 20 minutes before I could paint them Friday.
I think somebody's just jealous. They don't match the stick figures they're drawing.
Oh, now, Julie, don't make fun of Monica. It's not like your figure's any better.
But seriously, Teach, can we move on to something else? We're not having any fun painting this simple crap.
Or just stop altogether. I am totally cool with that.
I see. Okay. I've decided to forego the fruits and trees and skinny men.
Yes!
I've got a much more exciting project for us to do instead.
Fuck!
We're gonna be drawing a model.
A model?
A model.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you seem pretty excited, Harold, in more ways than one, huh? Sure, control yourself while I bring her in. Come on, honey. All right, this is Eva. She's a student here at the university, and she's gonna be our model.
I've never seen her before.
Is she gonna model in that?
Looks like Harold had different kind of strokes in mind.
Oh, calm down, you mindless apes. Let me explain the project. See, you won't just be drawing Eva, you'll be drawing your interpretation of her.
What?
I want you to tell Eva's story through your artwork. Look at her. Who is she? What is she? What does she do? Where does she come from?
So you want us to, like, interview her?
No. I want you to guess those things for yourself and express them in your drawings.
So you want us to look at Eva, judge for ourselves what kind of person she is, and then draw it out?
Yes.
Why the fuck don't we just ask her?
Oh, excellent question. You little dipshit. See, I don't want you to limit your artwork and talents to merely what she looks like. Allow your imagination to create the world she lives in. Do more than draw her stance and her face. Create her from every angle you want to see her in. Create her home and her surroundings. Don't just draw the position she stands in. Show me how she sees the world. Do you understand now?
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful! Okay, our projects will be due 4 weeks from today.
Hey, Professor, could we make it like a contest or something? Like, whoever comes the closest to nailing her personality gets a prize?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, as long as you don't half-ass your work. I'll bite.
Sweet.
Okay, now come and get pictures of your model. I want you to get her from every angle you think is beneficial to you.
I'm sorry we're violating your personal space like this. Now, can you turn this way? Okay, now look up. No, just your eyes. Thank you.
get a good grade on this thing. I got 3 paper cuts and a cramp in my hand while making this thing. And I can't play the season with my hand like this.
Oh, you poor thing. And to think somebody somewhere died of hunger. But I guess we all got our problems, huh?
I told you she wasn't going to give you any sympathy.
All right, excite us, impress us, share your art. Who is this young woman named Eva?
I mean, she's right next to you. You could just ask her yourself.
Hey, a volunteer.
Oh, shit. All right, here is my picture of Eva.
Oh, Monica! That may be your best work yet. Tell us, what is it about Eva that inspired that drawing?
Well, in all the pictures I took of her, she just kept giving me that stank ghetto look.
Oh, that stank ghetto look.
Yeah, you know that look that says, I'm hard, don't mess with me.
Yeah, and how does she sound to you?
She's like, I'm out here trying to get that paper. I got 3 baby daddies and don't none of them be helping with nothing.
Oh my! What colorful dialogue!
She makes herself look as fabulous as she's able to, but she is hiding the pain that she's feeling.
Oh, is that the pain represented in the background? Is that why she's wearing sunglasses?
Yeah.
Oh, Monica, this is fantastic. There may be hope for your useless little life yet, huh? Okay, Julie, honey, you're next.
Okay, here it is.
Oh my God, yes! Shout it into the mountains, release your inner pains and anger and be free!
What the hell?
Is that okay? I think she likes, I don't fucking know.
Quiet, zealots! Come on, Julie, share your inspiration.
Okay. I see Eva as the type of person who doesn't have time for any recklessness or inanity. She is much too busy leading the fight against all the injustices that African Americans face in this country, and she is not afraid to lead an army of people to fight for equality and change. Ugh, and Eva, my sister, I am so sorry for everything my people have done to you and yours.
Oh, likewise, honey. We're pretty fucked up. Oh, how does she sound to you?
You mean how does she talk?
Yes.
In my mind, Eva has a strong, powerful voice, and she speaks poetically to capture the people's attention. My brothers and sisters from different mothers and misters, hear me. We must take this fight to the man who has planned to destroy us with his hand. Shall we continue to witness our brother fall to his doom, not knowing that he's a reflection of me and of you? No, we cry. How many times must we watch another brother of ours die? Join hands, everyone. Beginning today, we are done. We will make our voices loud and daring. We must fight by any means necessary.
Oh, marvelous. Oh, it brought me to tears. Oh, namaste. All right, let's see what the hell you did.
All right, I'm about to bring it all home. This is the drawing to end all drawings.
Okay, I guess we don't have to wonder what was going through your mind.
No, hold on. I do have a story behind this. Let me explain.
All right, proceed.
All right. Now, we all know that college is expensive, right?
True.
Yeah.
Well, poor Eva here is just trying to make ends meet the only way that she knows how. She knows she's got a great body. Yeah, you do. And the fellas is always looking at her when she's walking away. So she strips to pay for college. But the thing is, she's really, really good at it. Well, I mean, you gotta be if you're gonna make any money, right?
Well, how does she sound in your mind?
She has got one of those voices that'll make a grown man stop dead in his tracks. You know, some little bit like, Hey, big boy. What you doing? Why don't you get a little swirl of chocolate for that ice cream cone?
Harold, you know, I don't know how seriously you took this project, but God, it's beautifully drawn.
It's shit. Oh, but it's such beautiful looking shit.
You know this shit looks good.
Oh my God! Can you imagine his version of Eva talking in poetry like your version?
Oh my God. Harold, give me a picture. My brother, this night can't last forever. We've only got now. So how about you whisper in my ear and let me hear what you want me to do, dear? I said don't be a wussy if you want this pussy.
You got to pay for my lunch or dinner or something first. Pay for all these damn bills for me to get my hair done. I'm tired of patting this weave all day. Hey!
And then after looking great, we can do each other for as long as you want. You can do me left, right, up, down, whatever you like.
But if we're gonna do the deed, here are the rules we need. Don't you put your hands up on top of my hair,
never.
and we will use protection. I do
Protect
declare.
yourself.
I swear you ain't about to get me knocked up. I'll get you locked up if you don't pay a damn child support.
Okay, all right, class. I think you're getting a little ahead of yourselves here.
All right, so who's the winner? Who came the closest to her personality?
Oh, let's ask Eva. Eva? Where'd that girl go? Eva!
Where'd she go?
She couldn't have left for good. She left something by her chair.
Oh, okay. Little gift. Oh my goodness.
What is it?
It appears she drew pictures of us as well.
She draws?
Let's see him.
Oh my God.
This isn't me at all.
Is this how she sees us?
If you want to argue the issue of racial tension, that's another situation, she said. The law doesn't cover that. I've got mail. Let's see what it says.
To whom it may concern, I am the president of Jump Ahead, a program dedicated to improving the lives of young African Americans living in impoverished neighborhoods here in Dublin. Our students have been following the I'm Black Y'all column in the Beacon Journal, and I understand there's a podcast under the same name and with the same host. Frankly, I am appalled. My staff and I are upset that the students we are trying to educate and teach life lessons are now quoting this buffoonish character. Please remove this awful column, awful podcast, and awful character. The influence she has over our young people is scary and disturbing. Either remove her, change her, or get rid of her permanently. Signed, sincerely, Edward R. Thomas.
Oh my word. Jesus. What do I do about this? What do I do about this?
Hey, Monty, a word.
Yes, sir.
Did you get that email I forwarded you?
The letter from Jump Ahead, yeah.
That's not the only letter I've received.
Really?
When I first read your column you wrote before it went to print, I hated it. I knew somebody would call her right to bitch about it.
If you were nervous, why didn't you say anything?
Now don't catch an attitude with me, Imani.
I'm not. I was honestly.
Put a control on this column of yours or I'm pulling it. Quit forcing your damned racist opinions on everybody.
Racist opinions, Seth? I don't have any racist opinions.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The Beacon Journal can't afford a controversy like this right now. Take your own fucking career to the grave, but don't drag this paper down with you.
Okay, I can't take this anymore.
Get out of here, Emily. This is a private conversation.
Really? I couldn't tell based on how loud you are screaming. Seth, Imani has been doing everything you asked her to while still putting up with all this bullshit you've been raining down on her. Her column is the only reason we are all still working here. Why fix what isn't broken? If she changes anything about it, you risk putting us out of business. Is that what you want?
Listen, Emily.
No, you listen. Rather than coming in here and screaming at Imani, why didn't you write these people back and let them know that they can shove their pretentious letters up their asses? You know they're only looking for something to bitch and moan about. And stop coming down on Imani because her column makes you uncomfortable. Leave Imani alone.
Imani, Where's that story I gave you yesterday?
It's almost done. I was proofreading when you
Well, hurry up and send it to me when you're done!
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Don't listen to them, Amani. They're just a bunch of assholes.
I don't know.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Yes, they do. To a bunch of them, Queen Ebony is just another stereotype sending black people back 200 years.
That's not true. I mean, that's not who Queen Ebony is.
Yes, it is. She's just a character. Another ridiculous, over-the-top character, apparently.
But you know that is not true. Queen Ebony represents those strong black women in our lives that few people are willing to talk about. She's a woman who would be the first to stand up for you. Your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, the women stuck in their old ways and convictions. She's the woman who would go out of her way to take care of you and her needs. Queen Ebony is my mother. She's the woman who took me in and took care of me when my own birth mother wasn't woman enough to take care of me. She let me know I was worth something, and I was special, even when the other kids laughed at me for being different. She treated me like I was her own flesh and blood, even though I didn't come from her and I look nothing like her. Queen Ebony is not just a character. To a lot of us, she represents those real, strong, maternal influences in our lives.
I'm glad that's what you get from her, Emily, but no one else does. Everyone is focusing on Ebony's foolishness. She's loud, she's pretty, she's sassy.
Not everybody sees her that way. You know what? Fuck whoever sent that email. Fuck Seth. He had no business yelling at you like that.
He accused me of running the paper into the ground.
That doesn't even make any sense. Go to him and tell him that yourself.
Ugh.
Just go. Don't be afraid of him.
I'm not afraid of him.
Then what is the problem?
I don't know how to be angry.
What do you mean you don't know how to be angry?
I was never taught to confront people. If something happened, it was always because it was my fault. Even if I didn't do anything, it would be my fault. I was never able to make my voice heard. If I did, it would be considered argumentative or having back talk. Being passive is the only way I know how to handle people.
Honey, you gotta know when to fight for you. It's okay to think of yourself and how you feel sometimes.
I don't know how.
All right. Well, first of all, do you think Seth had a right to yell at you?
No.
Then tell him that. You know what? Here we go. Practice on me.
Emma, we really don't have to do this.
Emily! Blah, 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 bullshit! I'm an old-ass man. I can't run a damn newspaper. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, Seth, can you please...
Blah, 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 corporate robot. I have a beard. It makes me feel important. I'm a racist. Blah, 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 blah.
Seth, can we please just talk about this?
That's not gonna scare him. Don't try to be polite and don't think about his feelings. Just say your piece. Come on.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's better. Try again.
Get out.
You're gonna have to do more than that.
Shut up.
More!
Quit yelling at me. I'm an adult. I'm your employee. I'm not your slave.
All right, good.
You're the racist one for giving me stories that only pretend to race. I don't have racist thoughts toward. Oh my God.
What?
He thinks it's me. He thinks me and Queen Ebony are the same person.
Are you not? I don't...
What do you mean am I not? You know me. You know I don't act like this or talk like this. People who see me every day or talk to me every day should not say me and Ebony are the same.
Okay, but isn't there some of you in her?
Just a little bit maybe, but not a lot.
Okay, all right, calm down.
Look, I'm sorry. I just need to focus and get this work done.
All right. I'll go back to my desk. Just let me know if you need anything, okay?
All right, thanks, Emily. I'm not Queen Ebony.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black.
What up, what up, what up? It's yours truly, Miss Queen Ebony. Welcome to another episode. I'm black, y'all. Just wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Hey, put them up. Come on, y'all. All right, I'm not going to continue if you don't put them up. You got them up? All right, good. Now go put your dumb ass in the corner. Why the hell would you stop doing what you're doing to put your hands up? This is a podcast, for God's sake. Anyway, you know I still love y'all. There's just something I really need to get off my chest. You know, it really pisses me off when someone looks at me and judges me and don't even know me. Like, where do you get that from? And the worst part of it is, we as black people always want to blame white people for doing it. But hell, it's us doing it to each other. Perfect example. Oh, he talks white. Oh, she gotta be mixed or something. Oh, she acts like she's white. Like, where do you get that from? The other day, another example. Sitting at the park, minding my own business. These two gentlemen walk up to me and say, oh, she speaks white. Word? Just because the way I responded to you, I'm speaking a certain color? Where they do that at? Anyway, listen, I got something new I want you to hear. It's different, but I think you should take a listen.
Every morning, drenched in swag, go to the bank, cruising from riches to rags. I'll be living like the rappers in a motherfucking video. Got a fancy house and some big booty hoes. And tonight she's gonna clap it up. You know I'm gonna slap it up. Got some bills and I'm gonna make it rain in this motherfucker. Gonna make some bitches say my name in this motherfucker. I'm the nigga that you jokers talking about. I'm the nigga ready enough to walk it out. I'm the nigga with the most swag, look at me. I'm the nigga that you told me that I'll be. I'm the nigga that you jokers talking about. I'm the nigga ready enough to walk it out. I'm the nigga with the most swag, look at me. I'm the nigga that you told me that I'll be. That I'll be. Let me tell it. Back in the day, punks called me gay cause I wasn't going their way. Wasn't getting laid cause trying to break wasn't getting me paid. Kept my nose in the school bus learning grammars and shit. I got punched by all the niggas saying, look at this bitch. This faggot must be drowning in heaves of blood. They so tight around his waist, he about to cut off his blood. Boy, get your ass home before I really stomp you out and bring you pain. Don't bring your fruity white ass up in here again. Again? Fucking nigga. Now he's incarcerated. I'm embedded in the land with this beat. You hear my sound? Look at me now. Yeah, my style is on fleek. Gonna pull up to my mansion, get this party on the way. Gonna throw up all these singles on again. And tonight she's gonna clap it up. You know I'm gonna slap it up. Got some bills and I'm gonna make it rain in this motherfucker. Gonna make some bitches say my name in this motherfucker. I'm the nigga that you jokers talking about. I'm the nigga ready enough to walk it out. I'm the nigga with the most swag, look at me. I'm the nigga that you told me that I'll be. I'm the nigga that you jokers talking about. I'm the nigga ready enough to walk it out. I'm the nigga with the most swag, look at me. I'm the nigga that you told me that I'll be. That I'll be. I'm out here rocking this paper and my dope ass chain. I got luxury and fame, bitches screaming my name. I've been doping and slanging since I was 10 years old. It was MTV that broke the mold. Some niggas said every black person cursed, lies, and steal. So I started checking people for the cars and meals. If I'ma be a nigga, I'ma be the baddest one out here. Ain't no competition, I'm the baddest, ain't that clear? I sold the most dope and I got the most money. Blazing, rockin' hot gear and getting all the honey. I make the sick beat and the others that I got in store. I got my hoes upstairs and they about to get the dick they looking for. You know I'm gonna slap it up. Got some bills and I'm gonna make it rain in this motherfucker. Gonna make some bitches say my name in this motherfucker. I'm the nigga that you jokers talking about. I'm the nigga ready enough to walk it out. I'm the nigga with the most swag, look at me. I'm the nigga that you told me that I'll be. I'm the nigga that you jokers talking about. I'm the nigga ready enough to walk it out. I'm the nigga with the most swag, look at me. I'm the nigga that you told me that I'll be. That I'll be. Hold the beat. That I'll be. Let's go.
Why stop music?
Do the music thing and I get paid. Got dough to make it rain, not stop for days. Put my hand in these holes on my bed and they cry, oh.
Yeah, they do.
For all they know, I must be so content. To be honest, I'm the one being bent. Screwed by society, tell me where I fit in. I try quitting this culture's regulations and rules. They try to school us. They fool us. Thinking we gotta act this way to be black should not be cool to us. Why I gotta walk and talk this way? It's such a sin. Can't you use your eyes to see it on my skin? Can you look within my soul? Not to see a black man, but just a man. A human. It's not hard to look at me and see a reflection of you. This really have to be such a hard thing to do. Just see me for who I am. I'm the man with the plan to leave a mark on the world with his hands to spend the depths of my possibilities, so why limit me? Can't you see the damage you're doing me by fooling me? Telling me who I am? I look in the mirror and I don't know that man. I never got to know him because no one ever showed him how to be a name, not a shame, not another face, another body, not another damn statistic. How come the more I try to be accepted and give up my soul, the emptier I feel, the more I feel alone? I'm the person you told me I am, I'm supposed to be, and you still won't accept me. Ain't I black enough for you? Ain't this a nigga you wanted to see, the nigga you told me I'd be, the nigga you brought into captivity with all these gold chains and expensive jewelry? In the hell with these chains. They hold me bound and enslaved. I can't breathe. Remove the weight. Get this pressure off of me to be who you want to be when you look at someone like me. I want to break free and be me. Let me be free to be me. Just let me be me.